Hey, Paul. Well, good evening and a very warm welcome to Love Audio. My name is Paul Webber. Glad to be along today. There's a slight echo in my head, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Otherwise, I can hear myself coming back. But yeah, my name is Paul Webber. Welcome to the YouTube channel of Love Audio Production. And what's the aim of Love Audio Production? It's basically to give audio beginners a very safe and friendly and fun environment in which to learn the basics. So if you're okay with that, let's get on with it. All right, let's say hi to some people before we begin. I'm going to take my headphones off because that's really annoying me, actually, to be fair. In fact, if I can mute that, that should be absolutely fine. Let's go hi to Jax. Hello to you, Jax. Woohoo, says Jax. Dan says, you're very brave. I'll put that on a second. But yeah, Rich says a very good evening. Mr. Webber, very formal, thank you very much, and nice to see you sporting the Love Audio mug at the weekend on your stream. So yeah, if anybody wants one of those, by the way, I'll show you the Teespring site towards the end. But yeah, I Love Audio, it's pretty cool. It's a purple background. You can have a different colour backgrounds, whatever you want. Also, the T-shirts are available as well, but we'll get into that, as I say, a little later on. Dan says, evening, Paul, you're very brave resetting the desk on a live stream. Yes, I am. And I'm petrified that it's all going to go wrong. But you know what? That's the beauty of live broadcasting, isn't it? You know, anything could go wrong live on air. When I was in radio, sometimes we'd have to reset the server. Luckily, during those kind of things, we'd have a backup CD with the commercials on it and with the songs on them as well. So we'd be able to kind of get by just about, fingers crossed, until the server reset and all that kind of jazz. But it really does kind of get you a bit shaky during those times. Which says brave or... I love it. Jax says, my shirt's on the way. Yeah, Jax has ordered a I Love Audio t-shirt. I haven't got mine on tonight. I'm looking at the... Do you like the golfing look? Now, let's take the headphones off. Looks like I'm going to go and play a round of golf, right? If I had the white shoes on with the spats and, you know, the kind of spikes, I'd be going playing golf a little bit later, but it's pitch black outside, so that's unlikely unless it's floodlit. Who else have we got here? So Whit says very brave. But yeah, I kind of, you know, what I've done is I've kind of preempted things might go wrong. So I've plugged the desk mic that you hear me talking through right now directly via USB. I know. Don't shoot the messenger. Directly via USB into the PC, okay? So if we're having troubles streaming tonight, you know exactly why. If you are new here, by the way, make sure you say hi to us in the comments. We'll introduce you to the regulars, and regulars, please make the newcomers welcome as well. It's really good to see everybody on tonight. Rich Vibes is on in the house, looking to learn a whole heap about how I do things and how I get things wrong. So we're gonna kind of cover it together. So as I say, what I've done is I've routed the desk mic into the PC, so that completely does away with the desk, if you see what I mean. Because I can play stuff off of the Stream Deck, like this, for instance. And you can hear that coming through, but it doesn't come through the desk, only as a monitor signal through the desk. Now, when I reset everything, that may well change. But what I've also done is done away with the solo bus that I used to use on my mixer, which is a Presonus Studiolive 32Sc console. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring up an exact copy of the desk so that we can see it before we start pressing buttons and making things reset and all that kind of jazz, okay? So I'm going to go to my desktop. In fact, I'm going to go to my pip so you can still see me as well. Hiya, I'm in a little circular window there. So this is an exact copy of the Studiolive desk. Now, you can see that the booth mic in that particular shot is up, okay? Now, making sure my headphones are off and that's down. If I unmute the booth mic, that's over here. me just bring that in a little bit so you can see it. Which is just about there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You see that coming through? Okay. Hopefully it will, because I've unmuted it and you can see it moving on the desk. Now, if I move the fader on the desk, watch what happens. Okay, so that's exactly matching up with what I'm doing on the desk. And the reason for that is this piece of software called Universal Control is linked via Ethernet to the desk. I know, there's a mountain of wires right behind the desk. Trust me. You don't want to see what's going on behind there. So let me just show you the desk first of all. So on here, you've got inputs 1 and 2. Let me go back to that section there and I can demonstrate that. So that's 1 and 2 moving together. 2 faders, but I've summed it into one. As you can see, it's like a stereo spread there as well. Then I've got the DAW, the Digital Audio Workstation. Again, that's 2 faders, but it's summed into one. Let me mute the booth mic, actually, because that's going to confuse you no end. Then I've got channel 5 and 6. 5 is actually my desk mic when it is plugged into the desk, but currently it's not. It's plugged straight into the computer, okay? Because that's the main one that I normally use, as you know. Channel 6, there's nothing on that one. Channels 7 and 8 are a stereo pair. Can't remember what I used them for, but it's a stereo pair anyway. 9, as you know, is the booth mic, which is there. Showing level, of course, but not coming through the booth mic until we unmute it, like so. And put that back on. Then you've got channel 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The Denon DJ mixers are plugged into 15 and 16. Oh, excuse me, which is that one there. And equally, if I move the fader on the software, you can't see it, but it moves the fader on the desk as well, which is pretty cool. Okay, so moving along, you've got 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, blah, 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 blah. Don't use any of those. 32, so it's a 32 channel mixer, so that's the last channel on the strip. And then you've got your FX returns. So, if, for instance, I wanted to give you a bit of... I need to listen to this to see if it's doing the right thing. Hang on. Let's unmute that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you hear that? No, because that's the booth mic, you fool. Hang on a second. Let me unmute that. Right, so if I unmute that, you can hear that I've put echo on there. So here's where the effects returns come back into the desk, even though they're all built into the desk, all right? So that's D, which is that one. So if I cut that right down, that doesn't give you any echo, all right? So leave that there. If I put that on C, this is the fader for C. So the more I put up, the more echo you get. Get out of the bath. And then bring that down to 0. This one is B. So this is kind of like a doubler. 1, 2, 1, 2. Sounds like I'm in the bathroom. La, scrub-a-dub-dub. And then get rid of that. And then, of course, you've got the kind of phaser. It's got like a chorus on it. So the more I turn that up, you can hear that chorus kicking in. All right? So that's where the effects returns come in. And that means you can control the amount of effects sent to a particular channel. If I'm slurring my words, it's because I've got a delay in my headphones on the mic. It's really off-putting. So that's that. And then moving along to the end, this is the PC return. So this is the stuff that's coming back from vMix. If I turn that right down, it disappears out of my headphones, but you guys can still hopefully hear it at that end because the microphone is going through vMix on a separate channel, all right? So I know for a fact that if we disconnect the desk, you guys, fingers crossed, wind in the right direction, should still be able to hear the stream, okay? That's the plan. So Rich says we aren't hearing echo regardless. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know why. I don't know why. I really have no clue. I could hear it in the headphones, but you guys couldn't hear it at your end. That's bizarre. Okay. Maybe because, and here's the thing, maybe because nothing from the desk is going through to vMix, which is the software I use to go live with. None of the effects are working, says Rich. Thank you. I love you guys giving feedback because it means that I know that things are happening or not happening. And this might happen frequently throughout tonight's show. So let's dive in, shall we? Okay. All right. So, without further ado, and this echo is doing my head in. So, you've seen the desk. Let me mute that so there's nothing going on in there. You've seen the desk. Desktop gives you a fuller look there, so that's what's going on. You can see the information coming back from the PC into this fader here, but I've muted it so it doesn't get in my headphones and give me headache and all sorts of dizziness. Rich says, yeah, it's kind of that kind of light bulb moment. I had that earlier on. I've been playing with this all day and did a very long tutorial on Stream Deck and stuff for Richard Seed, who may well be on the stream actually, although he might be in bed by now because it's like 2 hours in front in South Africa. But we had a very long tutorial session on Stream Deck and setting that up. And again, I'd already started to make progress on the mixing desk to kind of get that, to get things happening with regards to that. So yeah, I've done a bit of homework, but not too much. All right, so hopefully you guys can join in with me and we'll press the button together. All right. I'm petrified. And by the way, the jingle of the week tonight isn't a jam jingle. Shock horror. I know. It's a remix of a 1960s, 1970s jingle. One that I use on my road shows and things like that. So yeah, I'll give you a bit of a change. And also I haven't heard back from John Wolfert yet. So come on, John. Email me back, young man. I want you on the stream. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Imagine that interview with Jam Creative Productions in Dallas. That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. All right. So, 15 minutes in, I'm still petrified. Are we ready to do this? Oh my God. Give me a yes or a no in the comments whether you'd like me to reset the desk in the next couple of minutes. Give me a yes or a no, will you? Absolutely petrified. Okay. Save and close. All right. Okay. We should be back. We should be back. Are we back? Are we back? I've just reset the stream. You are back. Thank you. I've sent a lesser quality to you guys, so I don't know if that's going to cause issues or whatever else, but you know what? We are back. We are live. Play the CD with songs and jingles and reset the server. Yeah, you know what? I should do that. I should absolutely do that. That's hilarious. Thank you. Okay, good to know that's still working. All right, so let's continue where we left off. We've got 5 of you back again, which is brilliant. Thank you. I don't know what the quality's like because I've reduced the bit rate going to the computer. So yeah, I don't know. Fingers crossed. We're running a lot of stuff here. This is the point. So we might run into some problems. Hopefully not. Fingers crossed. We haven't even pressed the button yet. Can you believe that? All right, guys. Are we ready for this? Let's just make sure I've caught up. Hang on. Okay. Caught up with all of those. Thank you very much for that. Whit says you're back. You're back. We're live. As my friend Robert would say. All right. So what we're going to do now then is come out of there. Go back to this. Plugins, don't need to worry about that. Got the user profile. Reset the profile, no. Digital patching, what's that? I have no idea what that is. Okay, never mind. That's odd. Digital patching, scary. Still looks good, says Whit. Thank God. Maybe that's the answer. Okay, here we go. Look, you see this? I've got master reset. I've got input sources, input patch, analog sends, AVB sends, you don't need to worry about that. USB sends, that's what's coming back and forward from the computer. SD card, it's got a built-in SD card, ladies and gentlemen, which is absolutely amazing. And master reset. This will, here we go, are you ready for this? This will reset all input and output digital patching to the factory default routing. This will not change the current input source. Oh my God. Do it, do it, do it, says Rich. Oh God. Listen guys, if I lose you, I'll stop the stream and I'll come back and do a new one. Is that all right? Do you like my new thumbnail, by the way? I'm trying to... Oh God, did I just press it? No, I didn't. Okay. What I'm trying to do is change up my thumbnail. So look, I've got my ugly mugs in there now. How do you reckon to that? Huh? I know, I'm putting it off. I'm putting it off. I am absolutely putting it off until the very last minute. I know, I get it. 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 You're back. You're front, says Rich. Very funny. Very funny. You see, I'm prolonging the issue about wanting to press this button because I'm just petrified of it going wrong. Okay, here we go. I'm going to reset this now, ladies and gents. The desk will move and faders will crash and all sorts of things. We might get some feedback. But are we ready? Oh, God. Here we go. Did that change? It did, didn't it? No. Okay. Push the button. I have done. Push the button. Love that song, Chemical Brothers. Galvanize. Well, that was painless, wasn't it? You're still getting me through the stream. I'm going to play something on here, see if you get this. Still here. Still here. I've done a master reset and it's still here. Okay, hang on. Input source. Master reset. I've just done that. Okay. Rich says, hooray! Yeah, you know what? That worked. Okay, so the thing is, though, I've got the microphone going into the computer, which is causing a delay, and I don't really like that. So eventually I'm going to have to go back to the original settings that I had the microphone through the desk. So basically I've got more control over it. That's the point, because when it's plugged into the computer, as you probably heard during the countdown, I couldn't mute it unless I mute it in the software. Like if I bring it back on, equally I can press the that mutes it as well, which obviously it does. So you know, even though I've done a reset, it's yeah, it's kind of still like that, isn't it? Let's see what's going on here, because I did have something on my... Has the quality of sound changed, by the way? I'll tell you why. Because the master reset would have changed the audio settings for the microphone. But of course, the mic's plugged into the PC, so you wouldn't necessarily get that, would you? That's a good question. So let's test the booth mic, and we'll be able to see what kind of sound that comes back through the computer. Okay, stay there a sec. I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to unmute that. Unmute that. Put that on. I'm going to mute the desk mic. So I told you it'd go wrong. The reason you can't hear anything from that mic is that I've reset the desk. So therefore, the booth mic is no longer going to the PC. However, it has retained its settings, which is interesting. That is really interesting. Hang on, let's unmute that. See, I can hear it. You can't hear that. That's bizarre. Okay. Very strange. All right, you see, so that's obviously the point that I'm trying to make, is that it's not going to work unless, and here's the thing, this is what I do next. Let me reduce that for a second and bring that over to there, and then go to my desktop or pip. There we go. So you can now see my vMix setup, and I'm going to add an input, more. Audio input, Studiolive 32Sc. We might get some feedback here, guys. Hang on. If I mute it in the headphones, you won't. There we go. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay. Desk mic is fine. I'm going to unmute the booth mic. Ready? That's really bizarre. Still nothing. Any ideas, folks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Still nothing. Maybe it's not a full reset. No, you're probably right. You just want to see me do a full reset, don't you? To be fair. Okay. So we've got it coming in. We've got the Audio Studio Live. This is this one here. Coming in as a new channel. New input, okay? It's going to master, but nothing's happening. Because if I mute my desk mic, so I unmute it, and at least I can talk to you guys on the stream. Okay, so I'm going to go into the desk settings. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but let me try moving that across to there. And then bringing universal control up again. Okay, I'm going to get out of the settings, and I'm going to go into the desk itself, home, system, no, audio routing, digital patching, master reset. Are we ready? This will return all input and output digital patching to the factory default routing for all input settings, analog, network, USB, SD. This will not change the current input source. Oh, okay. You wish to continue? Yes. This is probably the same thing as we've just done. Nothing's changed. Okay. All right. Reset sends. Yes. Still no difference. Okay. If lockdown wasn't in, I'd come and help you. That would be really useful, Dan. Really, really useful. Now, full reset. There's got to be a way, isn't there? Let's go back to there. Utilities. Master control screen. Really? Oh my God, what have I just done? Oh. No, okay. System, no. Russian roulette for YouTube. It really is. Are we still live? Are we still getting a signal? Hopefully you are. Looks like you are. Yeah, it's cool. Excellent connection, it says. Pfft, you don't believe anything you read. Okay, let me have a look. Scenes. Reset. Okay, here we go. This will unload the current scene and return all scene settings to factory default. Okay, we might be there. We might be there. This might be the one. This might be the one. Fingers crossed. Yes. Are we ready? Go. Oh, something's happened on the fader. Now I can't hear anything. That has totally gone back to 0. But you guys can still hear me on the stream. Drum roll, too late. Too late. I've still got audio going to you guys because the microphone's plugged into the computer. And this is exactly the reason why I did that. And can you see on the main mixer that everything is returned to normal? There's no writing on any of the channels. Okay? computer. So that goes up. I can still hear you guys and I can hear myself. Brilliant. So that still works because tape in is channel 37 and 38. It's done as the channel strips have all been renamed. Yes, Dan. Absolutely right. Well done. So that was the one. That's it. We've reset the whole desk back to 0. So I can start from scratch. I wrote so many notes. I wrote notes on setting up the mix minus using the auxiliary bus. Now we don't have one of those yet. So we set one of those up. Might be a good idea, mightn't it? The mixer, no, that's no good. Let's go back to there. Yeah, the mixer is back to normal. So we can patch the aux out to the Skype input vMix. Now, how the hell do we do that? Bring levels for everything inside the aux mix except for the channel that does have the Skype or vMix output coming into it. You can then set them as post fader. See? I wrote detailed notes on this stuff. Wow. Okay. Let's set up an aux mix then. So mix 1 will be coming from USB. No, it won't let me. Interesting. Okay. Let's have a look here. There was a way of doing it, wasn't there? Aux sends. No, not available for selected channel. Great. Okay. Back to main mix. Going across to the tape. Press select. Tape in. Now, interestingly, Matrix 1 and 2 have remained the same. That wasn't the plan. It was going to be an aux mix. I never want to have this many audio sources in one person live stream. No, me neither. That's exactly why I wanted to redo it. No good testing the desk mic because it's plugged into the computer and not the desk. However, the booth mic is plugged in to the desk on channel 5. So, with your theory, width, I've got to select it. I've got to give it phantom power, which is like that. Channel 5. Okay, that should be on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's coming up on channel 9. That's interesting. Okay. God, what have I done? Okay. Channel 9. And that should have phantom power on it. Like that. 1, 2. Can you hear that, guys? No. No, but it's, you know. This is going to be a very long show. Aux 1s and 2. Here we are. Look, watch. Aux 1. Now then, what do I want going to aux 1? Everything but the channel coming back. So, booth mic. Correct. What else we got? Channel 9. And then we've got the tape deck here. Talkback, we do not need that going to the thing, but we do need that one going to the aux 1. Now, aux 1, I want to, let's have a look here. Aux 1, aux sends, I want to be able to link those two. There we go. They're coming up on channel 9 and 10. That's bizarre. Okay, let's unlink that. Don't need that. Okay, solo, no. You see, this is where it all gets complex. Patch the aux out to Skype input. Okay. La 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 la. Talk amongst yourself, guys. Subgroup. Right. Aux 1. Not working. Okay. Fair enough. Let me scan through. No. Okay. Aux sends. Right, here we go. Matrix 1. I don't want that. Let's bring that down. Okay. Can see anything happening? No, not really. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's go to the aux channels, which are here. But aux 1 and 2 aren't there, are they? Interestingly. Because they're matrix channels, that's why. How do I get rid of that? Routing, not available. What a surprise. Home, audio routing, digital patching. Mix 1, right, here we go. Mix 1 is going to mix 1. What does that do? Nothing much. Interestingly. USB sends. No, that's fine. Analog sends. Mix 1, mix 1. Okay, hang on. Mix 1. Oh, Sammy. Struggling. Talk amongst yourselves as everyone continues to multitask on the internet. Brilliant. Rich says, so Dan, how are things with you? Nice. Oh, I see you're kind of, yeah, that's okay. You chat amongst yourselves. I've got to try and figure this out. This may take me weeks. Interesting. Okay, master reset. We don't need to do that. We've done that already. Mix 1. What are you doing? Available sources. Let's try. No. Mix 1 is going to mix 1. And mix 2 is going to mix 2. Is it not? Aux 2, aux 1. Okay, that's interesting. Aux 1, aux 2, but they're looking at network settings. All right. So, aux 1, aux 2. Wow. Okay, network. 9. Interesting. Okay. Did something bad happen? Yeah, I've just reset the whole desk, Sammy, and I'm struggling now to get everything back where I had it. So it may be a long night. Get yourself a cocoa and jump on in. Network, right. Input source 1. No, not really. Is that because I sent it to that? Yeah, okay. Mix 1. AVB1. Never heard of it. Mix 2. AVB2. 3. Oh, channel cannot be soft patched from analog sources. Ah. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Sammy says, watch a YouTube video about that. Yeah, well, I'm making one. Useful. Aux 1, aux 2, la la la. Never heard of it. So, well, it's disappeared off the screen. So why is it not on there? Okay. Mix masters. Yeah. Aux 1 and 2. Why are they green? Why are they green? Why are they green? Still nothing through there. But again, we might have muted it. That's interesting. Let's go back here. DCA groups, no. System. Aux 1. Pre-DSP or post-fader? Post-fader, I think. Settings. Ah, right. Aux. Hallelujah. Aux. Brilliant. Right. Excellent. Now. Okay, that's good. That's good. Channel 10. Why is that up? Okay. Nothing else up. Apart from tape. 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 Okay, good. All right. So, the only thing going to the aux channel is tape. Okay, cool. Now it wants to go post fader, not pre. Or pre 2, I think they recommended. So let's try that. Pre 2. Names. Pre 2. And names. Okay, we're setting up the auxiliary channel. Why do you have a 32 channel mixer? That's what I want to know. Because I want to eventually become an audio engineer for a live band. So I want to be able to learn how to do 32 channels and then mic all of that up, a bit like you do, with the drum kits and stuff like that, and the overheads and the stage mics and the guitar amps and the DI boxes and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, that's why. But tonight was a bit of fun. Dan says, I'll get the train in the morning. I bet you don't. Scissors, paper, Paul. Paul Williamson saying hi from Australia. Wow. Man, what time is it on that? Ah, what time is it down there even? What time is it on that? What's he talking about? Okay. So we're trying to create an auxiliary mix. All right. Now I've got the mix section back to how I want it. That's great. But I want to be able to link those two. So how do I do that? Link. Can I link them? Oh, hello. Something's gone dark. Hang on. Look at that. It doesn't look good, does it? Oh my God. But, whoa. FX returns. I'll bring those down out of the way. I don't need them. Okay. So they're now linked. Brilliant. But why's my mixer gone dark? That's very worrying, guys. That's very worrying indeed. If I unlink them, does that work? Nope. Okay. Unlink. Nope. Whatever I've done. Breakfast time, 7:45, says Paul. Paul's in Australia. Really good to have you on the stream, Paul. Thanks so much for joining me. This is chaos because whatever I've done has made the mixer go dark on my software, which is worrying. So I might as well shut that, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to restart that. Universal control. Let's try this. Okay, here we go. Come on. Come on. Settings. Pfft. Device permissions. Enter access code. What? Oh, well. Okay. Interesting. Oh, my God. Sammy says, maybe you should get a tiny mixer or audio interface for the streams. Yeah, I gave it away. I used to have a Presonus, a Focusrite. So that would have been ideal for this particular aspect. But there's no point teaching audio if I can't do it myself. So that's the reason for jumping on tonight. Just to make sure that I'm doing everything right. Or trying to anyway. Okay. Check firmware update. That might be a good idea. Mix. None. Front of house. All auxes. Blimey. Okay. Network. Dark. Backup. We've done that already. Plugins. User profiles. Digital patching. It's all grayed out, isn't it? That's really worrying. What's this? No idea. Settings. I'm glad to know we have tomorrow on the horizon. God, yeah, well, let's hope so. Totally in the future. It's probably tomorrow morning. He's in the future, said Jax earlier on. I love that. Rich says, as Ant would say, and I'm a celeb, you're doing great. Oh, God. Love that question from Sammy. Brilliant. Yeah. Diagnostics. Get on. Take mixer screenshot. Boom. And all that does. But anyway. Yeah, so this is really worrying. Taking off that. Still grey. Why is it grey? That's just not right. Everything's moving though. See that? Boop, 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 boop. 222. Excellent. Yeah, Dan, you're probably right. Enjoy Jax. Totally in the future. Australia's always in the future. It's brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it. Guys, it's 9:15 and I still haven't figured this damn... Hang on, this... out. So... I'm going to have to play with it for another 24 hours and I'll report back. How's that? I knew tonight was going to be a disaster. A disaster, darling. So, and Dan says, yeah, it looks like the desk might have lost its network connection. You may be right, to be fair. It's the blue one, so if I pull that out, plug that back in. Because I've got the network switch just below me. That's why you can hear a hiss, because the mic hasn't got a noise gate on it. Where's that universal control? Let's try again. So I'm going to relaunch this. Universal control. Pip. Studiolive. Still grey. That's not a good look. Okay. Effects. Okay, what are we looking at here? Can't even do them. Can't even move anything. Don't need that. Network. Backup. Done that. Settings. Oh, come on. Enter access code to unlock permissions. Yeah, I've done that already. Enter. Mix. Aux 1 and 2. Ah. Maybe it does that. Maybe it locks up. Name. Oh, God, you've got to be kidding me. No, but every time, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, okay. Channel type. No! Blimey. Channel source. Please. This makes the follow-up more interesting. Disasters make for great entertainment purposes, not educational purposes. Thank you. That really makes me feel better. EQ and dynamics. Get out of here. If anybody breaks in, they'll know exactly what the access code is for my for my mixer. It's got to be a quicker way of doing this, right? Graphic equalizer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Return. FX. I laugh like how this works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Return. Assigns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Return. Brilliant. Scenes. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Return. DCA groups. Never used those before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But might do if I start miking up drums and synths and guitars and all that jazz. All that jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Right, are we there? Diagnostics. No. Version. Okay. Network. It's still grey. What's all this jazz? Default project. Default administrator. That's me. I am the admin. Log out. Reset profile. Really? Oh, God. This will prepare the mixer to be powered off. Do you want to continue? Should I do that? Boot into user profile login screen. Oh, God. He's building suspense. Yeah, I am. But, I can't even look. It won't even let me anyway. Cancel, power off. Digital patching, user plugins. La 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 la. Doesn't that look like a patch bay? Wow. Okay. Oh, hang on. No way. Look. Look at that. Desktop. Look, guys. Look. I have two faders. And they move together. And if I do this, where's the mix channels? Hang on, mix masters. Here we go. Look, if I do that, that's my mix. Do the same on front of house settings. Oh God, really? Blimey. What's this? Post. That's fine. Okay. Do the same on front of house. Really? Oh. Digital patching, user profiles, plugins, backup, network, settings. I'm not going to do that. No. Really? Front of house. Okay. All right. Yep, that's fine. Control room, no problem. Blah de blah. DCA groups, icon. Okay. Dan. Everything's back to normal. Main. Look. 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 You know what is cool? If we do this. Utilities. Mardi Gras. Oh, you can't see that. Desk is going nuts right now. But it won't show that on the software. It's a real shame. Looks good. Rich says, did you get the screenshot from last night's show? Yes, I did. But it's on my phone. Yeah, I'll stop that. That's still made in. Thank you. I did, but it's on my phone. So I don't know quite where it is. So let's go here. You don't need to see that, do you? Drive. Did I put it in my Google Drive? I think I did. Live stream images. I bet it's here. Bet it's here, Rich. Bet it's here. Rich Mug. Oh, Rich, you maybe find it. Ta-da! How do I rotate it? How do I rotate it? Come on, guys. Reset zoom. Can't reset it. Come on, rotate. Rotate. Open with. Photo editor? Could do. No idea what this does, but anyway, here we go. Oh, hang on, something's happening. There it is. Wow. Now how do I rotate that? What does it say? Rotate left. Hang on. Oh, God, what am I doing? Rich, why did you let me look for this? Where's the bottom taskbar? There it is. There it is! There you go, Rich. You're famous. This is Rich Vibes with his I Love Audio mug. Live on his Mixcloud channel last night. Sunday nights, 7 till 9 p.m. on mixcloud.com/Rich Vibes with a Z on the end. There you go. How's that for a free plug? Blind Guy Show says, so wait, what are you resetting? We reset the entire mixing console back to 0 because I want to start... where are you? Hang on. I want to start making sure that the signal from the mixing desk gets back into vMix, which is what I'm using to stream with, correctly. Currently, the mic is plugged into the computer directly via USB. Rich says, yay! And he also says, thanks, buddy. No problem. Let's have a look here. What else we got? Dan saved the day. Front of house did the trick. Well done. Don't let it go to your head, though. Blind Guy Show. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. All right. I've had enough. Have you had enough? It's nearly 9 o'clock. Tell you what we need to do, don't we? You got it.
It's the jingle of the week.
All right. Now, I did say that tonight's jingle wasn't a Jam Creative Productions jingle. It came from a library of Gwyn's sound material from the 1960s and 1970s. I have got the license to play these and mix them in my own way, which is cool. So I mixed it with an a cappella of Love Audio, and I'll play it for you now. It's just the jingle of the week. There you go. Short and sweet. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to support the channel. You can always go to patreon.com/Love Audio Production. Or indeed, if you would like a I Love Audio t-shirt or a mug like this. And you can get various colours of them now. They don't have to be in purple. Rich Vibes had his in purple, but this is a purple one. And I've actually cracked it. It's my fault. I was doing the washing up a bit harshly and I cracked it the other day. So I'm using it as an ornament. But it still works fine. It doesn't leak. So if you want that, you can go to my Teespring site, which is just here. Teespring.com/stores/GB/Love Audio's merch store, I think it is. I keep meaning to do a slide to tell you that, but I haven't done it. So you can have a look at t-shirts there, for instance. Ta-da! And look at all the different colours you can get. Look. Ta-da! Look at that green. I think Jack's got a green one. Jax's green one is on the way. I want to see that. I want to see a photograph of that, Jax, when it arrives. Here's a particularly garish one. Ooh, does that work? Red on red? Yeah, that's all right. It's like a nice grey one. It's pretty cool. It's actually a light grey. There's orange. Orange. Blue. Blue's all right. I like that. Ah! Baby yellow. That's weird, isn't it? What else we got? Like an olive green. That looks good. Actually, that works, doesn't it? I like that. Might order one of those. Yeah. I Love Audio. And these are available at teespring.com. I Love Audio t-shirts, okay? So that's a way of supporting me if you would like to. Where are we? Let's go back to this one. Zoom. Oh my God, it's a bit close. Let's zoom out. Hang on. Frame. There you go. All right. And that's pretty much it. Enjoy Jack's green. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to yours arriving, Jax. And like I say, I want a nice photo of it when it arrives, and we can feature you on the site. And I must remember to do some overlays to tell people what the site is. I got the Kelly green, says Jax. I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. I'm looking forward to seeing it. 9 o'clock, guys. Been on for an hour. The reset thing kind of worked, but kind of didn't, because I've not set up the inputs and stuff for the auxiliary channel, which I'm trying to incorporate. So, yeah. So that's aux 1. For some reason, that's the fader for aux 1. Okay, that's interesting. It kind of stays locked to that channel there. That's nice. Okay, that's the main there. Oh. You see, if I raise that, feedback, that's my bass, sub-bass under the desk. And I could bring up the speakers as well to give us even more feedback. Feedback! Help! So it's all linked. I just need to figure out how to get the auxiliary channel into the vMix software. And that's my next challenge. Jax is going to make a whole commercial for it. Cool. I'll send you the jingles. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to try and figure out the auxiliary, again another time, because it's still not right, and I need to figure out what I'm doing with it. In fact, everything should be going to the aux channel apart from that one. Okay, so everything else should be going to it, but not that, because that's the return from the computer. Well, I could just do that and that, couldn't I? That would make it a lot easier. So we'll see. I'll maybe do a follow-up. Once I've got it sussed, I'll do a follow-up. How's that? Yeah? Aux in 1. That's going to give feedback, though, isn't it? Surely. It's going to repeat on itself. A bit like corned beef. Not sure. You can't see that anyway. I'm waving faders around like you can see them. That's what it should be. Look, there we are. What I was going to say was that aux 1 and 2, if I did that, that's going to give feedback, isn't it? Surely. If the in and out's listening to the same thing, I don't know. But the tape in is muted. That's what's coming back from the computer. That's what I can hear in my headphones. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Listen, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I know it's been a bit of a challenge, but yeah, I probably won't leave this up in its entirety. I may well take it down and edit it and repurpose the video. But it's been fun. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.